And here we go. What's up, everybody? It's me, it's the Bat Fan. I'm back for Week 10 NFL action and my college football picks. Lot picks for the weekend. I went 4 out of 5 last weekend. This weekend, I'm only going to pick 3 games. We're going to do it right. Uh, so this week, on the bye weeks, we got Kansas City, Philadelphia, Miami, and the LA Rams. The Rams just picked up Carson Wentz, so this is a good thing for them. Get him caught up to the offense. We don't Stafford, what's going on with that. Who knows? The Eagles, obviously, they're going to need a break. How they play physical. It's good that they get there by this late in the season because they do probably have some injuries that's lingering that everybody's keep on playing through, so they get a little healthy for this playoff run to the Super Bowl. They're my pick to come out the NFC for the Super Bowl. Kansas City, maybe try to find another weapon other than Kelsey during this. All right, and then we're going to start off with Thursday Night Football. We have the Panthers versus the Bears. Chicago is favored by 3.5. Fields is questionable to return. The offense hasn't looked that bad with what I don't, bro. I had his name written down. Whatever, the arm wrestling son quarterback. They've been moving the ball. It's not. I don't know. So, if Fields plays, I'm going to say Chicago wins. But if Fields doesn't play, I don't know. The Panthers suck, so I don't see. This primetime game, I can probably miss watching it, but I'll watch it because I love football, so I'm gonna watch it. I'll be at work. Oh shit! But I'll definitely give that game a look through. It could be a snooze fest though. And then Sunday we start off at 9:30 in the morning. The Colts versus the Patriots in Germany. All right, the Patriots. Like, I feel like Mac Jones for the rest of the season is going to be playing for his job, because if they get a top 5 draft pick, what do they get? It would be nice if they got like a wide receiver, one of the best wide receivers in the draft. Give Mac a weapon, a real like outside weapon, than having to take a chance on another quarterback, because you don't know what you get when you draft a quarterback. There's been more bust drafted top 5 quarterback than there have been hits. So you know what you have in Mac Jones. He's very coachable. You could coach him hard. He has no weapons. There's no separation with his receivers. His receivers aren't even really running like that New England offense with all the choice routes. I don't even know if they're running they are doing the same thing in their heads as Mac Jones is thinking they should do. Like, but maybe they're breaking to the outside and he wants them to break to the inside. Yeah, we really don't know. That's another problem with having turnover on roster, is that the players might not be on the same page. There's no consistency. With a young quarterback, you need some consistency. I know Devontae Parker's been there, and I know Henry's been there, but you need, like, Devontae Parker's, first of all, he's old now. He's not getting any separation. He's not winning more than 50% of his jump balls this year, so he's not really a weapon. Their defense is riddled with injury. I'm not going to lay a head on this. I just think that this might be Mac Jones's best game of the year. He's got to play good. He is playing for his job. All right. The first the first Sunday 1 o'clock game is the Titans versus the Bucks. I'm not going to tell you who I'm going to bet on in this game, but what I am going to say is whatever Levis's over is for passing, I don't know what it is, but that's a hard hit. Like I said, the Buccaneers secondary blows donkeys. Not even just the whole secondary, just our corners. Our corners are terrible. The Bucks corners. I'm not the GM of that team, because if I was, those 2 corners would not be on the team. So whatever Levis and Hopkins is, the over for their passing and receiving, I'd give that a hard hit. All right, we have the Texans. They're going to Cincinnati to play the Bengals. The Bengals are -7 right now. Uh, I would take the Texans to cover in that. So the Texans to cover the 7, that's like good. I think that the Bengals are back. I just don't think they're back. You know what I mean? I think the Texans are a good coach team. They play. Well, they don't play very much defense, but they play. Their offense is always in a situation to where they can almost win the game. Stroud is rookie of the year. Bars hands down rookie of the year. The only person that he had to worry about is hurt and he's out for the year, and that's AR. But now Stroud is the best rookie in NFL. He is top 10 quarterback already. If you look at his stats, he has like 15 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's completing the ball at a high rate. He's making good decisions. That's why I like them to cover the 7. And I feel like if worst comes to worst, it's going to be a push. If it goes to 7.5, I mean, that's a good thing for you because it'll definitely cover. But if it gets to 6.5, then that's funny more. I think the Bengals do win, but I think the Texans cover. We got the Packers going to the Steelers. I like the Steelers to cover 3.5. But, bro, it seems like the Steelers have a big win, and then they don't show up the next week. But I think the Steelers could keep this train rolling. The Packers suck. They do have Aaron Jones back, but the Steelers, I think, at home, 3.5. If you want to buy it down to 2.5 because you think the Steelers might only win by 3, I wouldn't hate you for it. That's a good bet. I would watch that money, though, as it goes. It might actually go to 2.5 because there's a lot of Packer fans out there in the world that bet the Packers. So if it goes down to 2.5, that's a hard buy. 3.5, like, the Steelers might win by 3 just because they just don't put up a lot of points on offense. And that defense is naughty, so I am taking the Steelers. Like I said, I'll take them at 2.5. I'll buy that down. So Steelers 2.5 is definite. I'd like to see how Canada does. I think him on the field and him, like, when you're on the field and you're offensive coordinator, you have direct, like, repercussions for when you make a bonezo play. Like, Mike Tomlin's right there. Like, you're not hiding in a booth where it's like, oh, well, Mike will see me after the game. Now it's like Mike Tomlin's looking at him like, all right, do you see, right? I'm right here. So I like that. I like the move. I think Mike Tomlin made him go down to the ground on the field to coach. All right. We got the Cleveland Browns. The next game they're going. This is all the 1 o'clock slate. They're going to the Ravens. The Ravens are favorite, -6. I will take the Ravens -6. I think they're rolling right now. I'll take the Ravens with the spread of -6. I won't even buy that down. That seems one by touchdown. I know the Browns offense and defense is very good right now, but so is the Ravens. I don't know. That could be a closer game. I know the under is 39.5. I'm probably going to hammer that freaking under. All right. We got the 49ers going to Duval to play the Jaguars. This is a must-win for the 49ers, and I feel like it's more than that. It's a must-win, and Purdy has to look good. Because if they win and Purdy throws like 2-3 interceptions, like his balls just doesn't have that oomph on it, I think the 49ers are really going to be worried. They did get Young, Chase. Their defense should be better, but the whole thing is their offense. I mean, your offense has to look better. I feel if they think that they're really going to make a push for the Super Bowl, because they're not going to go to Philadelphia with just like, oh, we can run the ball. You're not going to be able to run the ball on the Eagles. Purdy's going to have to make plays, and that's facts. So we got to see what's going to go on. That's a very interesting game. I'll definitely be watching that game on Sunday. Like my eyes will be on that game as much as I can. You know, I do have the red zone, but I do watch the other games on my phone. So I have red zone up, and then I just go and I check out whatever game I want to watch on my phone. All right, we have the Saints going to Minnesota. This is the last of the 1 o'clock slates. The Saints are favorite by 2.5. This could be a letdown game. Even though they're underdogs, this could be a letdown game for the Vikings. They've won 5 in a row. They're rolling right now. Dobbs beat the Falcons last week. Falcons fucking suck. But they, you know, they can do it. I feel like they can win this game. I don't believe in the Saints. I don't, like I said, like if you've been watching this channel, I don't believe in Derek Carr. But we got to see what's going to go on there. I'm not going to put any money on this game because I don't know, you know, how I really feel. Like what I just don't. I can't see an outcome of the. I just don't know who's going to win this game. So I'm just going to leave it alone. It should be a good game, or it could be a blowout. Who knows? Well, we have the 4 o'clock slate starts with the Falcons versus the Cardinals. Atlanta's 1.5 favorite. I'm going to lock that down as my lock pick. The Falcons are going to win. They're going to win by over 1.5 points. That's just go, and I would go the under on this, which is also 38.5. So under lock this game. Then we have the Lions traveling to LA to play the Chargers. Detroit is 3-point favorites. This could be, you know, a trap game for Detroit. Because they're, you know, would it be like, oh wow, they lost to the Chargers, or it could be like, oh, they won. This could be a definitive win for them. Like, oh wow, we traveled to the Chargers. Chargers are a good team. We traveled to the Chargers, we beat the brakes out of them, or we traveled to the Chargers and we lost by 7. Jared Goff start to show Jared Goff's old traits. You don't know. I'm gonna stay off that game too. I just don't like, you know, the variables in that. The Lions are traveling far. The Chargers just come from they need to win this to get to 500. And then we have, oh wow, look at this. Can you imagine who's a 4 o'clock game? We have the New York Giants versus the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are favorites by 16 points. I don't know what the Cowboys are going to win by, but I'm going to hammer the Cowboys, and I not with the negative 16. Hopefully that changes some point of the week, but the Cowboys are definitely going to win this game. By what points, I don't know, but I would definitely take Tony Pollard anytime touchdown. Wing. Hammer it down. Commanders versus Seahawks. This is a get-back game for the Seahawks. They just got smoked by Baltimore. That was a bad look. Geno is making too many turnovers. I think they go back to pounding the rock and playing off a play-action pass this week. The spread is 6.5. Yeah, the Commanders are coming to Seattle. I will take the Seattle Seahawks 6.5. All right. The Sunday night game is the Jets versus the Raiders. The Jets are traveling to Vegas, and they are 1.5 favorites. That's fucking crazy. Uh, uh, Zach Wilson is still the quarterback, right? I know this guy gets so much hate, but I mean, the offensive line's bad too. But I didn't look up the under for this, the over under, but I'd probably hammer the under on this. I don't see these two teams scoring that much. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna stay away from this game too because the Raiders just won and the Jets just lost, but the Jets gotta win. Jets defense is naughty. It's really, like I said, I'm gonna hit the under on this, whatever it is, as long as it's under like it's not like under 35. But if it's like 37 and a half or 38 and a half, I'll hit the under on this. Um, then we have the Monday. Like, listen to these primetime games. All right, so Sunday night we have we have the Jets versus the Raiders. Monday night we have the Broncos versus the Bills. Thursday night we have the Panthers versus the Bears, and then Sunday morning, 9:30 morning, we have the Colts versus the Patriots. Like, can't we get teams with? I mean, there are teams with winning records, but like games that have more excitement behind them than this. I don't know, NFL. Like, I know they have that. They can flex. They need to start flexing some of these games. I mean, obviously, not like the out of country games, like the Colts versus the Patriots. I understand that. Like any like Germany, England game, all right, you can't flex that because the teams have to actually plan for that throughout the year. Got you. But like a Sunday night game, or like flex somebody out of Monday night and put another team put another game Monday night. I'm pretty sure the NFL can work this out because these are your prime time games, and I don't want to be asleep. So let's get this going, NFL. Come on, man. All right, so Broncos versus Bills. Bills are 7.5 favorites. Uh, the Bills should win this game, but am I gonna put my money on them being the 7.5 favorite? No, hell no, I'm not putting my money on that. That Broncos defense looked better. The problem has not been Russell Wilson this year. So if everything can add up, I mean, I could see the Bronco team going on a real run. As long as that defense starts playing good and your receivers stop fumbling and your running back stops fumbling, and the Broncos, they actually haven't been a bad team. Their defense, they haven't been good in all phases of the games. They need a complete game. They need to start putting together completely. And the Bills, I got some heat from people, but the Bills are done. Their run is done. They're at a reload or find new talent. Get maybe younger players in to buy into the concept of them playing. But that's just what I feel. I just feel that team it's just worn on them for the last 4 years, like this mentality that hasn't brought a championship. And I just think it's time the NFL has caught up to them. I've said this before. And it's time to start doing something different. I don't know if it's coaching or whatever, but they need a change. I mean, Tampa Bay needed John Gruden because the nice way of coaching like Tony Dungy was doing was not what that team needed. It needed a coach to pound that at be up those players' asses about accountability and in their face and a hard-nosed coach, and that's what they needed to win. They needed to be accountable. I don't know how the Bills coach is. I don't know if he's a nice coach or he's a mean coach. But I pretty sure he's a pretty nice guy. Everybody loves him. Says nothing mean about him. So maybe it's time to get like that bad guy and put him into the division, into the Bills locker room. I don't know. So we know that the college football rankings came out last night, which, whatever. Ohio State, whatever. But Florida State's still number 4. I have them number 2 on mine. So the top 3, the top 3 for everybody is basically the same except for me. I have Florida State number 2. I have my lock picks coming in for this weekend. All right, so I'm going to start you off with the Saturday game. We have Rutgers versus Iowa. I'm going to take Iowa, the -1.5, and the under at 38.5. This might be like a 10-3 game. Even if you want to bet them separately and you think Rutgers might win, I think Iowa, like my lock pick is Iowa to win. It's in Iowa, and they're going to win maybe 10-7. But it's not going to be a high scoring game. Then we have Michigan going to Penn State. I have Michigan is a -4.5 underdog. I mean, favorite. They're the favorite. I'm taking Michigan, and I'm taking Iowa with the under. Michigan, the under in this game is 45.5. I'm taking the under in Michigan versus Penn State. And then I'm taking Alabama money line against Kentucky. If you want to do it individually, or you want to put this in a parlay and then do individual bets, these are going to hit. Just letting you know, this is the Bat Fan. I'm going to go over my guaranteed locks for college football. Again, Iowa. I'm taking Iowa over Rutgers, -1.5 with the under 39.5. I'm taking Michigan over Penn State points with the -4.5, and I'm hitting the under 45.5. Alabama money line. All right. Thank you, everybody. This is the Bat Fan, and I'm out.